Oh, hey, we're live. Hello there, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Are you ready for some fun? I'm gonna be reading Sonic.EXE. You know, I heard a lot of things about this creepypasta. I hear that it's a creepypasta to ever creepypasta, and that it's even better than Jeff the Killer. Alright, let's begin. Sonic.EXE Creepypasta Story. I'm a total Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Much like everyone else, I like the newer games, but I don't mind playing the classics. Oh well, off to a good start, I see. I don't think I have ever played a glitchy or hacked game before. What are you talking about? Sonic.exe is about a glitchy or hack game? Is that what the story's about? We all know that glitchy and hack games do all sorts of super duper spooky stuff. Alright, did you get the hack game from GameStop or some shady dude from the garage sale? That's where you find all the haunted cartridges, guys. I don't think I want to... Though I don't think I want to play any after the experience I had. Oh no, did something go super wrong? It started on a nice summer afternoon. I was playing Sonic Unleashed. I like how you get to explore towns in it. Yeah, really? Okay, whatever. Until I noticed out of my peripheral vision that the mailman had arrived and put something on my mailbox as usual and left. I paused my game to go see what I got in the mail. The only thing in the mail box was a CD case for computers and a note. I took it inside. Oh no, a note. What does the note say? I looked at the note first and I realized it was from my dear friend Kyle. Let's just call him that. Wait, Kyle's not his real name? Yes, this name has been classified due to, I don't know, whatever. I guess it's classified for the same reason that Dragnet is classified, yes. To protect the innocent, I guess. Whom I haven't heard from in 2 weeks. I know that because I recognize his handwriting. Though what was weird was how it looked. It looked badly written and scratchy and somewhat difficult to read. Wait, what? So you recognize his handwriting, but it's badly written? Okay. Well, oh. I mean, okay. Whoops. Hold on. Whoops. Hold on for a minute. Set the loop right. Alright, hold on. Alright, now, sorry about that. I probably shouldn't have interrupted for that. Alright, now, where was I, Alright, yeah, the handwriting, yes. Somewhat difficult to read, as Kyle kept having a hard time writing it down. And did it in a hurry. Wait, what? Okay. This is what he wrote. Tom, I can't take it anymore. I had to get rid of this thing somehow before it was too late. And I was hoping you'd do it for me. I can't do it. He's after me. And if you don't destroy the CD, he'll come after you too. He's too fast for me. Oh no. Oh no, you're too slow. Come on, step it up. Come on, step it up, Kyle, if you want to live. I mean, right. Please, Tom, destroy this godforsaken disc before he comes after you, too. It's too late for me. Destroy the disc and you'll destroy him. But do it quick, otherwise he'll catch you. Don't even play the game. It's what he wants, just destroy it. Please, Kyle. Okay, Kyle, why did you not just destroy the disc, then? If that's what you need to do. I guess whatever, spooky spaghetti powers are, with Sonic.exe is preventing Kyle from destroying the disc himself, I guess. Well, I'm sure the protagonist won't do something silly like play the game himself or anything. I mean, why would they do that after reading that note? Well, that was certainly weird. Even though Kyle is my best friend and I haven't seen him in 2 weeks, I didn't do what he asked me. Oh, of course, the protagonist is super smart. Just what you need in any cliche horror story. I didn't think that a simple gaming disc would do anything bad to him. After all, it's just a game, right? Boy, was I wrong about that. Wait, what? I mean, strictly speaking, his logic is sound. I mean, it's just a game, right? Anyway, I looked at the disc and it looked like any ordinary computer CDR disc, except it had black marker written on it. Except it had black marker on it written Sonic.EXE. You mean had written in black marker, right? The grammar in this is not really good. And it was much unlike Kyle's handwriting. Meaning he must have gotten it from someone else, like a pawn shop or eBay? Nah. Clearly he got it at GameStop. I mean, GameStop has all the haunted cartridges. Yeah, GameStop is actually a cover for the Cult of X. When I saw Sonic on the writing of a CD, I was actually excited and wanted to play it, since I'm a big Sonic fan. I went up to my room and turned on my computer and put the disc in and installed the game. And when the screen popped up, I noticed it was the first Sonic game. I was like, awesome! I mean, strictly speaking, Sonic 2 is better than Sonic 1, trust me about... Strictly, I heard that Sonic 2 is better than Sonic 1. Oh, whatever. I guess nostalgia, I guess. Because, like I said earlier, I like the classics. I mean, you said you liked the newer games and didn't mind the classics, but okay. The first thing I noticed that was out of place when I pressed start, there was a split second where I saw the title image turn into something much different. Something I now consider horrifying before cutting to black. I remember what the image looked like in a split second before the game cut to black. Wait, what? You saw all this? Wait, you saw all this in a split second, huh? Okay then, that seems a little, I guess whoever the protagonist is also has supernatural powers. Perhaps they have to stand the world. They slowed down time during that split second and saw the screen, yeah. Yeah. The sky had darkened and the emblem was rusted and ruined. And Sega 1991 was now instead Sega 666. Oh no, it's not 666. That's a bad boy number. The water had turned red like blood. Oh no. Except it looked hyper-realistic. Hyper-realistic. Of course it did. It's hyper-realistic blood, guys. This is a story that invented hyper-realistic blood, guys. Amazing. I love it. But the freaking thing that was in the split second of the frame was Sonic. His eyes were pitch black and bleeding, with two glowing red dots staring right at me. His smile had stretched wider up to the edge of his face. It was kind of disturbed. I was rather disturbed about this image. You mean by this image? When I saw it, though I figured it was just a glitch and forgot about it. After it cut to black, it stayed like that for about 10 seconds or so. Yes, the protagonist also has a stopwatch, so they're able to tell, which they just so happen to have with them. That's how they're able to tell it was about 10 seconds or so. And then another weird thing happened. The save select screen from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 popped up, and I was like, WTF, what is this doing in the first Sonic game? I mean, clearly it's hacked, dude. Yeah, clearly it's hacked by Cthulhu. Yeah, Cthulhu is actually the head of the Cult of X. Anyway, then I noticed something off. The background was a dark, cloudy sky of the Bad Stardust Speedway level from Sonic CD. There were only 3 save files. The music was the creepy Cavern of Winter's music from Earthbound. Of course, we got Earthbound music. I'm surprised it wasn't Gaius' theme. Only it was extended and seemed to have been in reverse. Wait, you can tell what it is even though it's in reverse? Okay then. And the image for the save file where you see a preview of the level you're on is just red static for all the 3 files? Oh no, not red static. That's super scary, guys. After all, red is a scary color. What freaked me out more was the character selected showed only Tails, Knuckles, and to my surprise, Dr. Robotnik. Now I was sure something was up. What, you didn't realize that before, dude? I mean, it should be pretty obvious by now that this game is not quite Sonic 1. I mean, how can you play as Robotnik in a classic Sonic game, for crying out loud? That's when I realized this wasn't a glitchy game, it was a hacked game. I mean, yeah, that would be pretty obvious. Yeah, it definitely looked hacked, it was really creepy. But as a smart gamer... Yeah, but apparently not a smart friend or a smart protagonist. I wasn't scared, or at least I tried not to be. I told myself that it was just a hack game and there was nothing wrong with it. And anyways, shaking off that creeped out feeling, I picked file 1 and chose Tails, and when I selected and got started, the game froze for about 5 seconds. And then I heard a creepy pixelated laugh that sounded an awful lot like that Kefka guy from Final Fantasy before cutting to black. Oh no, not the Kefka laugh. Of course, Sonic.EXE was the one that poisoned the water supply. Yes. You naive fool, for you see, it was I who poisoned the water supply in Hydro City, in the chemical plant zone, so that all the animals would die, and then I could rule the world with my army of robots. Actually, that does sound like a Dr. Robotnik plot. Maybe from Sonic Sat M. The screen stayed black for about 10 seconds or more, and showed the typical level title thing. Except the simplistic shapes were different shades of red. Oh no, red! Red is a scary color, guys! The text showed only Hill Act 1. The screen faded in and a level title vanished, revealing Tails in Green Hill Zone from Sonic 1. I mean, of course it's Green Hill Zone. What else would the Sonic hack game have? I mean, that's the iconic Sonic level. The music was different? No, it sounded like a peaceful melody in reverse. Wait, I know what it is. It's a song of healing in reverse. Of course, which is actually, Sarah's song. Yeah, I know about that from Ben Drowned. Anyway, I started playing and had Tails start running like you would in any classic Sonic game. What was odd was that as Tails was running along the level, there was nothing but flat ground and a few trees for 5 minutes. Oh, what? You still have that stopwatch with you, I see. That was when the peaceful music started to lower down into slow deep tones very slowly as I kept going. And I saw something and stopped to see what it was. It was one of the small animals lying dead on the ground bleeding. Oh no. Oh no, not small animals dying. Yeah, even in Creepypasta they're shooting the shaggy dog, I see. Reminds me of the opening of Plague Tale. That was when the music started to slow down. Tails had a shocked and saddened look on his face that I'd never seen him have before. As I had him move along, he kept having that worried look on his face. As he kept moving, I saw more dead animals. As Tails moved past them, looking more and more worried as the music lowers and he moves past more dead animals. I was shocked to see how they all died. They look like somebody killed them in rather gruesome ways. Oh no, there's a serial killer in the Sonic universe. Oh noes! A squirrel was hanging on a tree by what appeared to be its entrails hanging out. A bunny had all 4 of its limbs torn off, and a duck had its eyes gouged out and his throat slit. I felt sick to my stomach when I saw this massacre, and apparently so did Tails. I mean, yeah, I would be too. After a few more seconds, there was no more animals, and the music seemed to have stopped. I still kept Tails to continue. After a minute had passed after the music stopped, Tails was running up a hill and then he stopped. It wasn't until I saw why. Sonic was there on the other side of the screen with his back turned against Tails with his eyes closed. Tails looked happy to see Sonic, but then his smile faltered, obviously noticing Sonic wasn't responding to him, if not acting as if he was totally oblivious to Tails' presence. Tails walked slowly towards Sonic, and I noticed that I wasn't even moving my keyboard to make him move. So this had to be a cutscene. I mean, of course it was. Damn, Sonic. Yeah, dang. Suddenly I began to have a growing feel of dread as Tails walked closer to Sonic to get his attention. I felt Tails was in danger or something bad was gonna happen. I heard a faint static grow louder as Tails was but inches away from Sonic and stopped and stuck his head out to touch him. That foreboding feeling in my gut was growing stronger, and I felt the urge to tell Tails to get away from Sonic as the static grew louder. Suddenly, in a split second, I saw Sonic's eyes open, and they were black with those red glowing dots, just like the title image that I saw in a split second, by the way. Wait, you mean though, right? There wasn't a smile. No, there wasn't a smile. When that happened, the screen turned black and the static sound was off. It stayed black for about 7 seconds, and in white text appeared forming a message saying, "Hello, do you want to play with me?" Oh no, let's play! Oh no. At this point, I was creeped out. I didn't want to continue with the game, but my curiosity got the better of me when I started taking to a different level. The level title now saying hide and seek. Oh no. This time I was on the Angel Island level from Sonic 3, and it looked like everything was on fire. I don't want to set the world on fire. The world and everything. The world burns. Tails looked as though he was scared out of his wits this time. He actually looked at me and made frantic gestures to me, as if he wanted to get out of this area he was in as fast as possible. I started to get freaked out by this. I mean, Tails was actually breaking the fourth wall. Wait, what? He was? I mean, there's no indication he was. Trying to tell me to get him out of there. So I pressed down on the arrow key as hard as I could and made him run as fast as I could. A pixelated version of that creepy theme when you meet Shadow at the Ark as Robotnik in SA2. Sonic Adventure 2 was playing as I made Tails trek through the desolate forest, trying to help him escape from whatever he was trying to run from. Suddenly I heard that creepy laugh again, that awful Kefka laugh. Yeah, this is a super duper serious creepypasta that the author said is supposed to be taken super duper seriously. Right after 10 seconds had passed, as I helped Tails run through the forest, and then I started seeing flashes of Sonic popping up everywhere on screen, again with those black and red eyes. Oh no. The music changed to that suspended drowning jingle that I see in Sonic as I see Sonic behind Tails. Oh no, not the drowning theme. Oh no. Slowly gaining up on him flying. Sonic wasn't running, he was actually flying. The flying pose this sprite was making look very similar to Metal Sonic's flying pose in Sonic CD. Oh, okay then. Except it was just Sonic. and he had those black and red eyes again, only this time he had the most deranged looking grin on his face. He looked as though he was enjoying the torment he was giving the poor little fox as he ganged up on him. Oh no. Suddenly, when Tails tripped, another cutscene, the music stopped and Sonic vanished. Tails lay there and started crying for 15 seconds. The scene was rather upsetting to watch, and I kind of teared up to myself, but then Sonic appeared right in front of Tails, and Tails looked up in horror. Blood started to come from those blackened eyes of Sonic as the grin slowly grew from his face as he looked down at the horrified fox. I could do nothing but watch. Just in a split second, Sonic lunged at Tails right as before the screen went black. There was a loud screeching noise that lasted only 5 seconds. Again with that stopwatch. The text returned, only this time it said, "You're too slow. Oh noes. Want to try again?" And then that god-awful laugh came with it. You mean the Kafka laugh? I was so shocked by what has happened. Did Sonic murder Tails? No, he couldn't have. He and Tails are supposed to be best friends, right? Why did Sonic do that to him? I shook the shock off I shook the shock off as it brought back to the character select, and the save file that had Tails was different. Tails was no longer in the box itself, but in the TV screen itself. It was flickering with that red static. Tails' expression scared me. His eyes were black and bleeding, his orange fur had gone black, and he was an expression of anguish on his face. Trying to ignore it, I picked Knuckles next. Of course, the smart thing to do in this is to keep playing. I mean, you can always stop right now. But you know, your friend warned you not to play this game. Yes, now that you've started, you just can't stop, can you? It's almost like you exist to be red-shirted as the protagonist in the horse story. Then the laugh came again, and the screen cut to black again and stayed there for another 10 seconds. Yes, I'm scared out of my mind, but I have time to look at my stopwatch. This time the level said, "You can't run!" I was really freaked out by now. I couldn't really tell if this was a glitch or a hack or some kind of sick, twisted joke. Or anything, really. I mean, it's clearly a hack. Why would you think it's anything else? But despite my fear of what happened next, I kept playing. The next level looked much different. It had the ground from Scrap Brain Zone, but the sky background looked like the main menu. It had a dark reddish cloudy sky. Of course. But it was the music that creeped me out the most. It sounded like Gygus' theme right after he beat Porky and Earthbound. Oh no, I predicted this. I was going on earlier by, are you sure it wasn't Gygus' theme? And now we got Gygus' theme. Of course we do. Oh man, that's hilarious. Right. Sorry. I also noticed that Knuckles looked afraid just like Tails did. Though not as much, more like he was a little unnerved. He broke the fourth ball just like Tails and looked as if he wasn't sure about going on, but I made him move anyway. We ran down a straight pathway in this dark level. Darkness is super duper scary, guys. And as he did, the screen started to flicker red static a couple times. Then that maddening laugh came again. Then after a few seconds, I noticed several bloodstains on the metallic ground. I felt a growing sense of fear again, thinking something horrible is gonna happen to Knuckles. He looked nauseated walking down this bloodstained road, but I kept him going. Suddenly, as Knuckles ran, Sonic appeared right in front of him with those black and red eyes and that red static again. When the static vanished, showing nothing but the black screen with text saying, "Found you." I see you found you is spelled in the same text as clockwork. That's super good. I was now scared. Sonic found Knuckles already. What's going on? Anyway, red static came again, and I was back to this level. Knuckles looked like he was panicking, and Sonic was nowhere to be found. And this time, that high-pitched squealing from Silent Hill 1's final boss was playing. Oh no, we're bringing Silent Hill into this now. Of course, as it turns out, all this is just Sonic characters going through Silent Hill, obviously. I mean, what else would it be? Oh no. Was this some kind of boss battle with Sonic? I hope to God it wasn't, honestly. I mean, a boss battle with evil Sonic actually sounds pretty cool. I mean, suddenly Sonic appeared right behind Knuckles, and what appeared to be pixelated black smoke. I mean, Knuckles turned and then punched Sonic, but Sonic vanished in a black pixelated smoke before he could even land a hit, and a terrible laugh went off again. Then Sonic appeared behind Knuckles again, and I made him punch again. Then Sonic vanished again, laughing. Knuckles was panicking even more, and even I felt like I was going crazy. Sonic was practically playing with us. He was playing a sick, twisted mind game with me and Knuckles. Oh no. Another cutscene played as Knuckles fell to his knees, clutching his head, sobbing. I felt his agony. Sonic was actually driving us both crazy. I mean, a Sonic game will definitely do that too, yeah. And then in a split second, Sonic lunged at Knuckles and his screen went black with another distorted screeching noise that lasted for 3 seconds. Yeah, I'm scared out of my mind, guys, but, you know, I got time to look at my stopwatch that I have conveniently with me so I can tell how long these things are. Another text message appeared. So many souls to play with. So little time, would you agree? Wouldn't you agree, right? Yes, Sonic.EXE also does not know proper grammar. What the hell? What is going on? I started to think Sonic was actually talking to me through the game, but I was too scared to think that. Oh no. Oh no, Sonic.EXE is breaking the fourth wall and he's gonna come out of the game and get him. Oh no. Oh no. But I was brought back to the main menu, and this time the second file box had Knuckles in the TV screen. His red fur had darkened to reddish gray. His dreadlocks were dripping with blood. Was it hyper-realistic blood? His eyes were black and bleeding too, and he had a look of sadness on his face. I began to think that those are the actual characters trapped in those TV screens on the save files. But I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. Oh no. So I shut off the game and took a break. Wait, what? Yeah, you should have done that beforehand. You should take the game out and destroy the disc like your friend wanted to, guy. I took a nap. I wish I didn't, because I began having the most disturbing nightmares. I was in pitch black darkness. Though I was under the light given off by a lamp that hung above my head, I could hear the cries of Knuckles and Tails nearby. They were saying stuff like, "Help us! Why did you give us to him? Run away before he gets you too!" Their cries died out as I heard Sonic laugh. His laugh, it sounded a lot like the distorted Kefka laugh. Oh no! You're a lot of fun to play with, kid, just like your friend Kyle. Though he didn't last long. Oh no! Sonic.EXE also has the power to torment people with nightmares. Oh no! I was scared and looking around for the source of the voice. It won't be long now until you join him and all my other friends. I saw him walking towards me, flickering in and out in several directions. You can't run, kid. You're in my world now, just like the others. When he grabbed me, I saw his bleeding black and red eye grinning face. I woke up with a fright. Oh no. After a couple hours, I decided to continue playing the game. I mean, of course you did. Why would you not? Hey, what are you doing? Get out here. Sorry about that. I don't know why, but I had to know. I had to figure out why this was happening. Dude, you should take the disc out and destroy it, like your friend said, yeah. So I turned on the computer, turned on the game, and selected Robotnik next. It's a good thing we had that break. I still thought that was wacky playing as Robotnik. But anyway, the level title appeared again and this time it said dots, which I found really freaky. Oh yeah, dots, the truly scariest of text in any video game. This time I was in some kind of hallway. Didn't really look like it was from any of the classic Sonic games. Though it has the pixelated style, the floors were shiny and checkered. The walls were dark grayish purple with animated candlelight and a few dark bloodstains here and there. And there were dark red curtains hanging from above on the top part of the screen. Every 12 seconds or so. Gotta remember, I still have that stopwatch. Or so, that red curtain sways very slowly, but whenever you're playing the game, you can barely see it move. Wait, then how did you see it move? The music was oddly pleasant. A piano playing a rather sad yet peaceful song. Before I knew better, this was a song that played in Hill Act 1, only it wasn't in reverse. Wait, what? So it wasn't in reverse? Oh, okay. Thanks for pointing out that detail, I guess. Robotnik didn't look entirely nervous like Tails or Knuckles did, but he did have a suspicious look on his face. As if he were just a bit paranoid. You mean his normal face? He did a little animation when I felt where I just left him standing. He turned his head to the left and then to the right at least twice and then shrugged at me. As if he has no idea where he was going or what was going on. Even though I was scared out of my mind about what was going on, I had Robotnik continue onward. He did his usual running animation, you know, when you've beaten him at the end of a classic Sonic game and you chase him. I mean, of course, whatever. I take it the person who wrote this really loves Sonic. As we continue going through the hallway. Then I stopped at a long flight of stairs going downward. And now I was nervous. Even Robotnik seemed unsure of himself, though he pressed onward. As I led Robotnik down the stairs, I noticed the walls have gotten darker and more reddish. Oh no. They're red with blood, of course. The red torches were now an eerie blue. Oh no, that's super spooky. Then we landed in another hallway. This one was longer than the last one, or at least it felt like it. Okay then. And then we headed down another flight of stairs. This one was much longer. It took a full 1 minute. Oh no. Oh no. Then I heard that horrid Kefka laugh again. Oh no, so I can't believe Kefka's here. Wait. And then the music slowly faded until it was quiet. And as it did, the walls turned more dark red and the torches were a black flame now. Oh no, that's super scary, dude. When Robotnik landed on the third hallway, I noticed he was now really creeped out. Though he was trying to hide it, I couldn't blame him. I was scared too. Suddenly, Sonic popped right in front of Robotnik, the same way he did to Knuckles, and then red static. The red static lasted about 15 seconds, and then it showed the most unpleasant image. Oh no. Yeah, I'm super scared out of my mind, and this is gonna get really creepy right now, but I have time to look at my stopwatch and tell how many seconds this was. The image showed a hyper-realistic of Sonic standing in a darkness where you could only see his face while his head and torso faded into black. And when I say hyper-realistic, I mean he looks so real you could actually see the lines in his blue fur, as if you could actually feel the fur if you touched the screen. This is amazing, guys. His face, oh god, he had the most horrifying smile I had ever seen. Of course, he has this slasher smile that Kara has. Oh no. That's saying something considering I saw the image at the start of the game. What, the one that you saw in a split second somehow? His eyes were wide and black. His eyes were wide and black and once again crying blood. Hey, he was crying bloody tears. Which also looked hyper-realistic. Of course. Hyper-realistic. Oh boy, this is so good. Yeah, this is even better than Jeff the Killer. I can't wait to read Sonic.EXE round 2. It's gonna be so good. And there were two small glowing dots in those black eyes staring right at me, as if staring into my mind. His grin was wide and demonic. Oh no. It literally stretched from to the side of his face like a Cheshire cat, except Sonic had fangs, very sharp fangs, much like the werehog's teeth, except more vicious looking and somewhat yellowish. And from the look of it, he had stains of blood and bits of flesh on his lips and fangs, like he ate some animal. Oh, damn, son, tone it down with the edge. Oh no. I stared at the gruesome image for a good 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm scared out of my mind by hyper-realistic Sonic.EXE, but I got time to look at my stopwatch, never taking my eyes off it. I felt as if he was actually looking at me, smiling at me. That face, it took 10 seconds for each of itself in my... It took 10 seconds for it to etch itself into my brain for good. Then the screen flickered with red static again 3 times. And on the 3rd time I heard the Kafka laugh, except it sounded distorted, demonic even. Oh no, this is super scary, guys. I went back to the image again. It went back to the image again, except this time there was text again. Though it seemed messed up, and it was pretty much the most horrifying thing. It was pretty much one of the most horrifying things I looked at since I had this game. I am God! I mean, what else would a demon... Oh no. Oh no, that's super scary, guys. Yeah, Sonic.EXE is well known for its God complex. Apparently. It was when I read this message while looking at Sonic that when it hit me, I realized right then and there, this Sonic was a monster, a pure evil, sadistic, all-powerful, nightmarish, demented monster, and all his victims, including Tails, Knuckles, Robotnik, and possibly Kyle, are just his toys, and the game is his gateway into his chaotic, nightmarish world, and the very hell his victims are trapped in. Okay, where did you get all that from? Of course! Suddenly, in an actual split second, I screamed as Sonic lunged at the screen, screamed loudly while his mouth wide open to an unnatural length revealed nothing but a literal spiraling abyss of pure darkness. Before the red static came again, this time much louder and distorted, and so loud that it hurt my ears. I yelled and grabbed my ears as the red static screeched for a good 7 seconds. Yeah, I was holding my ears while this game was making my ears bleed, but yeah, I got time to look at my stopwatch and tell how long it was going on for. Oh no. Then it stopped and showed nothing but a black screen. As I sat there staring at the black screen, one last text came up. Ready for round 2, Tom? Oh no, what? Oh no. The Kefka laugh now sounded more clear as if Sonic was right behind me. Played again 3 times as I looked at the text in shock and confusion. Then I got booted to the main menu, and this time the third save file had a TV image of Robotnik in the same tormented state as Tails and Knuckles. Robotnik's skin turned dull gray, his mustache drooped and had blackened, his glasses broken, blood was coming from him, and he had a mere dead-like expression on his face. You mean a dead expression, right? Yeah, no, because he died. I looked at Tails and Knuckles and Robotnik and I cried a bit. I pitied them for the agony they're going through. They were forever trapped within the game, forever tormented by that horrid hedgehog, and always will be. Then my computer shut itself off. I couldn't turn it back on no matter what I did. Damn son, this game calls your computer to brick. Dang, that sounds like a really terrible programming error. I'm pretty sure this game might have been made by EA. Oh, I mean, who else would make something so evil as Sonic.EXE? I sat there for maybe 25 seconds, horrified by what just happened. Yeah, I was really horrified by what just happened, but I gotta look at my stopwatch, You know, it's a little quirk of mine, you see. Sonic is the very embodiment of evil. He tortures people who play his game in more ways than one. And then when he gets bored, he drags you into the game. Literally drags you into hell, where he can play with you always as his toy. I can't get the game on my computer. It's stuck in there. At least I managed to turn it back on for now. After I sat there for 25 seconds, I heard a voice right behind me, like a whisper. Yeah, I'm still looking at my stopwatch. I'm still looking at my stopwatch, by the way, even though I'm completely scared out of my mind. Try to keep this interesting for me, Tom. I turn around to see where the voice came from, and what I saw made me scream, sitting on my bed, staring right at me. Wait, was it a skeleton? Was it Sonic Plushie smiling with bloodstains under its eyes? That is a hilarious ending. I love it. Oh no. That's super scary, guys. Oh no. Well, I'm done. Well, that was actually a super duper hilarious creepypasta, guys. Well, time to leave. Goodbye. Remember to play games and have fun, okay? Bye-bye now.